someone that struggled with burnout one day wrote me a letter, and this letter was actually so revealing to me of what is happening in these different energy reservoirs, or between these different energy reservoirs that we have. She wrote, "My body rebels against my spirit. What must I do when my own brain declared war against me?" I know that Proverbs 4 verse 23 said that we must protect our thoughts. But what if I cannot do that? What must I do when my body and my brain are so imbalanced that I'm not in control anymore? What must I do when my brain and my body actually attacks every grain of the calling that I feel that I have in my life? My body and my brain became my biggest enemy, and I have to be in war with it every day. So how did it happen? How did that wonderful girl that felt she had a calling, she was in education with the purest of hearts, found herself at a place where she had to go for medical attention, where she actually felt that she has lost herself? That is called burnout. And I need to give some explanation on it, and I'm going to try to be very brief and discuss the different phases that people find themselves in on their way to burnout. Usually it happens that we start off in a new post, a new job, a new situation, and we're almost hyperactive. We feel a little bit anxious, but we're also stressed. We have these goals. We're going to show the people around us, I'm going to show myself I'm able to do it. And I run into this new responsibility. As I said, I'm almost hyperactive. I'm going to make it. And while you're doing it, you know, I'm going to work harder. I'm going to work longer hours. I'll have to focus on it. So I will neglect a few areas of my life, few relationships, but it's for a purpose. It will only be for a short while. And what you expect is not what is happening. As you work harder, you actually feel how the goal posts are moving. And they're not really moving, but you feel that you're not getting there. While I desired to experience success, I find myself at a place where I'm totally disillusioned. What I expected was not what I've found. And the red light is that I start to not looking forward to tomorrow. It's a dangerous place. It's the start of a downward slope where you find yourself not looking forward to the rest of the day or tomorrow because you are busy losing your vision. You're busy losing your focus. You're not seeing it yet, but you are on a downward slope where you are losing energy and you're not filling it up again. As you continue, you get to a place where you lose hope, where you become hopeless. The red light is that you lose motivation. So I'm not looking forward to today. I don't know what to expect. You get to a place where you actually feel, why is it necessary? Why must I do it? And you lose hope. And as a carrier of hope, a carrier of energy, a carrier of life in your school, you get to a point where you actually have nothing to offer because you start not believing even in what you're doing. And then we get to a next phase, and you still, if we put it on a graph, you would start off hyperactive, you would work hard and give energy until the disillusion phase, and then it's a downward slope where you lose hope, you become discontent. You're not satisfied with anything. you start moaning about everything. You complain about everything. So you get into the staff room and you'll complain about your leader, about the principal, about the parents, about your team, about the learners in front of you, about the amount of work that you have to do. And if you stay in that phase too long and you don't do something about it, you are changing the way you look at the world around you, where that dissatisfaction becomes part of your life. And you get into the staff room as somebody that brings that spirit of negativity in that. Jeff Bezos of Amazon has said, please don't be that guy that when you enter a room, you dissolve all the energy that is left and you bring negative energy. Be that guy that whenever you get into a place, there's new hope, because we know now something will happen because you're there. But if you're there where you're dissatisfied with everything and you feel people don't understand, the people close to you say, you're not the same person anymore. And you say, but you don't understand. My boss has given me things to do that I cannot do. Everybody expects of me to be everything to everybody, and I cannot be that. Somehow, somewhere, something have to give. And usually what happens by that time, you have not eaten healthy, you have not slept well, you are actually a toxic person at this moment. People usually now start with activities to bring some kind of instant relief, mostly temporary relief, but it will have a long-term effect. It could be unhealthy relationships. It could be unhealthy substances. It could be unhealthy activities they get involved in for a moment of just getting away, of escape. But they'll pay a price for that. So they start living two lives where you do not know what they try to hide. And somewhere along the line, that's going to ask a big price. Until they get to a point where they've lost their joy. And they start, as I said, complain about everything. And when they get then to that last phase, phase 5, where they're totally isolated, they have a distance now. Nobody can get close to them. They sit at the dinner table, but nobody knows what's happening inside of their heads. All they see is, I want to resign. I want to get out of this marriage. I want to get out of this relationship. Want to get out of this school. I want to get out of this situation I'm in. But you are also losing your reward, because the way you're looking at the world around you is robbing you of the joy that is in that and the reward that is in that. Until you get to that last phase where you totally in a meltdown situation where you've lost it all. If you don't do anything about this is the route that you're going to take. You start off well, but because of disillusionment, because of disappointment, you start going down until you lose hope, until you lose vision, until you lose your joy, until you lose your reward. And this is not where you need to be, because to recover from that, research has shown that many people never get back to the capacity that they had before the time. So I don't know where you are, but you can do something about it if you start now.